one made by Jesus. It's a parable of the wicked husbandman.
Yes, sir.
For all wicked husbands to look at. Because God, when he puts you in charge of one of his creatures, you have to treat that creature like the Creator created that creature to be treated. That's why this is a parable of the wicked husbandman. They were over a vineyard that produced grapes. And there was a wine press nearby that they could produce holy wine. Is there such a thing? You know, I believe there is. Because if the master could turn water into wine, that's a wine that I want to drink. So, this is not foolery. This is not foolishness. A wine press that makes pure wine. Well, I read in the Quran, rivers of milk, rivers of wine. I'm not misinterpreting or mistranslating.
Right.
Rivers of wine.
Yes, sir.
Well, if God is going to have rivers of wine in the hereafter, that's not the stuff that you're drinking.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or if it is, you don't know when to stop. But the wine of the word, the water of the word, is enough to revive you.
Yes, sir.
But the meaning of the word,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the exegesis of the word, the digging into and proper interpretation of the word turns water into wine. And that wine inspires, that wine enlivens, that wine emboldens, that wine is what I'm giving you today. Have a drink.
Thank you.
I'm there now, Ish.
Yes, sir.
I like when you say that. I'm almost there. And he turns a page. But he's making his point. And I'm making mine. The wicked husbandmen were given charge over the owner, over the possession of an owner of a vineyard. He went off somewhere. And the wicked husbandman was supposed to bring in the fruit of that vineyard. So the owner, from wherever he was, he sent somebody into the vineyard. And those that were possessing the vineyard, some they beat. Like police brutality. Because they sure not bringing in good fruit in their policing efforts. Vicious men. And you in the police union, you are the worst ones. You are worse than the killers in blue. Because you sit behind a desk and find a way to absolve them of the guilt that you know they are guilty of. So you are no good at all. So we're not going to get rid of bad police and leave a no good police union in place. Anyway, the owner of the vineyard said, well, let me send my son
Yes, sir.
into the vineyard. Surely they will listen to him.
Right. Go ahead.
And the wicked husbandman beat him and killed him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the question was asked, what will the owner of the vineyard do when he comes? Now, he happened to be talking to members of the Jewish community.
Right. Right.
And they answered, saying, he will utterly slay them. So, Miss Chelsea, my black brothers and sisters,
Yes, sir.
the reason they hate me, because they know I represent the end of their civilization.
Yes, sir.
I represent
Yes, sir.
the uncovering of their wickedness,
Right.
fulfilling the judgment that God has come to bring down on America and the world. And God's mercy is so great that when he pronounces his judgment, he gives you time to accept it. Because you are not as wise as God. So sometimes when he delivers his judgment, you have a problem with God.